Towards the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get a free 130-page book on becoming more strategic, focused, and competitive. The book takes you through an 8-step strategic planning process that helps you create and articulate your winning strategy, set goals using the OKR framework, and create a launch event and form weekly execution rhythms that keep everyone on track. You should also check out the free Miro board that makes it easy to manage planning workshops. And when you're ready to bring your strategy to life and manage your growth in software, you should also check out Zocri. Zocri makes managing your strategy, OKRs, culture, and people easy, improving productivity and focus whilst reducing your execution risk.
I'd like to tell you a story about a coffee shop in Charing Cross Road in London that I used to go to way over 20 years ago. And the reason why this coffee shop has lived with me all of this time was they're an example of understanding what people value. They're also an example of what you can do to raise the bar to create the best one of what you sell in the world, sometimes with no cost or investment required other than the desire to create the best and a little imagination. So what they did was obviously create an espresso, which was always delicious, but they placed it on a small black rectangular tray. They put a beautiful glass next to it, went to the fridge, and they poured ice cold water, presented it to you like it was a thing of value. And then you could sit and have your moment of contemplation in the morning, and then you would also enjoy ice cold water. What did that cost them? Nothing. Did I value it hugely? Did it set them apart from every other coffee shop in London? Yes. Would it still differentiate them to this day? Probably, but it's not completely uncommon now. And what I'd encourage you to do when trying to think about customer value, your product, and how you differentiate yourself is really that idea of what is one of the best one of these in the world going to look like? How far could we raise the bar? What would be the effort of raising the bar? And sometimes all you require is creativity.